The whole ho'olauna. As if I haven't like practiced this in the mirror a million times. I'm still nervous. Okay, so I am from Karaoke, and I come from like a lot of us here. I come from like a split family home, right? So my mom raised me with my grandparents in Kaneohe, and then I would go visit my dad in Palolo, Kahala. And then when I was in high school, I went to a foster home in Hau'ula. So I mostly claim Kaneohe, sometimes Palolo, and then Hau'ula for a snippet. Yeah. I went to Kamehameha Kapa'alama. I graduated in 2015, and then I went to college at Seattle Pacific University, where I studied physiology and music. I got a music scholarship, so I sang my way through school. And then I moved home after the pandemic. So I spent 8 years in Seattle, and then I moved home, and then I was like, I need money to go to med school, so I ran for Miss Hawaii.
So that's what drove you to doing the Miss Hawaii. But you also did Miss Hawaii teen, right?
Yes.
Was that like 11 years before that?
Yeah.
Public school education math right there.
There you go.
Yeah. Take that, Kamehameha.
Well, except I ran in 2023, so it was 10 years.
Oh, but Miss Hawaii 2024, right?
Is when I won.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ran with Star when
Okay.
she won.
Yeah.
And then I got first runner-up that year.
Yeah, I was there at that one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Was that the first Miss Hawaii pageant you went to?
Yes, because Olena invited me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
and then I remember watching it, and I was thinking, well, I hope either that girl Hayley, because you missed Waimanalo, right? At that time.
I was Miss Kailua that year.
Kailua at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, either that one or Star I hope wins. And Star won, and then you won the next year. So both, I should have put a bet on it. I would have won a lot of money.
You sure would have. You sure would have. Yeah, I think you talked in Star's podcast, you were talking about my final answer about like the mahui versus the lahui comment.
I forgot about that.
You forgot. I thought you were going to mention it.
I have so many conversations.
It's true. And you know what? That's so fair. So many people know you. So many people talk to you. It's like information overload at all times.
I have a great Portuguese bandwidth of having conversations.
Yeah.
But the memory, I don't know if that's a Portuguese, kind of trait. The talking is good. So the output is good, but the input, I can't say it's the best.
or like you remember what they said, but you don't know who said it.
Yeah,
that's me. Like I remember the face that the words came out of, but I don't remember the name. So like the amount of times, this is why it's helpful to have Carmen come with my fiance, coming with me to events.
My fiance?
My fiance?
Oh my God, come on.
Careful, don't look too close, you're gonna get blind.
People could be driving while watching this. Well, hopefully not.
Bruh, oh, please don't. Although I will admit that I have your podcast playing while I'm driving.
Yeah, but the audio.
The audio.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I watch sports when I drive.
Right.
I put it right at my dashboard.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
In your Rivian?
And no, close. I like the Rivians, the Maverick.
Oh, the Maverick.
Yeah.
But
I
the
like
electric
Rivians,
truck, though.
It's hybrid. Rivians, I think full electric.
Yeah.
Maverick, hybrid.
I really want a Rivian.
It looks really nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we were talking about. So you did pageants before. So you were Miss Hawaii Outstanding Teen, and actually your mother was a former Miss Hawaii. Who was it? Somebody in your family? No, remember when we were on with Lincoln and he said he knows your mom.
Oh, he knows my mom.
Oh,
they're just friends.
Oh, they're just
from
friends.
Work.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
He's known my mom for a long time because he was a part of the Miss Hawaii organization when I was
that's
a teen.
what it was.
Yeah,
Lincoln was a part of the Miss Hawaii organization, and he knows your mom.
Yeah,
not from that, just separately.
Yeah.
Okay,
separately.
Cool.
But like he's friends with my mom, and so like he's known of me and like been around me since I was little. But
Portuguese input.
Yeah. I mean, you remembered the conversation and you remembered that I said it.
Yeah. Just the details, it's kind of blurry.
Yeah. That's okay. Again, information overload. So that's so fair.
Okay. So what was it like growing up? What kind of things were you into? I mean, were you always singing, dancing?
Oh, yeah.
All that?
Oh, yeah. So I played soccer when I was a kid. My family is like a big soccer family. I was mostly raised by my papa. Which it's really funny because like of all the people in my family, I look like copy paste of my papa.
Wow.
But like a little bit fairer because I'm half Swedish. But so my papa was a the first Native Hawaiian to get like an A-listed coaching license. And so he was like he was one of the people that brought AYSO to Hawaii.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The history of AYSO. I mean, me
Mr.
and my
Kāne.
siblings, we all grew up doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I was so my whole family played soccer, but I was kind of like Ferdinand the Bull when it came to playing soccer. Like I'm picking flowers and like getting distracted. And I wanted really badly to be good at soccer, but I was just so lanky and uncoordinated. So my mom put me in hula and voice lessons instead. I grew up dancing for like Kumu Frank Kapu's one of his unikid Kumu hula, and it was like Hawaii State Park, $1 a week kind of thing where you just come to learn and like, and that's where I learned most of my olalo. But the way that my family described me as a hula dancer as a little girl was like I had lots of heart, but not very much movement. Like the lankiness was still a problem.
You're still learning the hand-eye coordination, all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then singing, I mostly did it because I had to do something. And I fell in love with it later, but I never really I never did like theater or anything like that. I just like to sing.
Yeah, just like karaoke vibes, like my
Karaoke.
sister Kanoe.
Yes. Yeah. Which we need to go to karaoke.
Yeah, but she got her portable karaoke mic that she brings with her.
Right.
She could pop in at any moment right now.
Yeah, I'll see her. You know what? Can I bring your thing to the Hokus? Okay, I'll see you.
Oh
there.
Yeah, you're going to go there?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
we'll see you there. She's supposed to be presenting something.
Yeah,
because she's the Miss Hawaii Macna.
Yeah, the Hawaiian host. Yeah. She won the Hawaiian host pageant.
Yeah, we're stoked. So
congratulations.
She'll be there, and then I'll have a table with Lincoln, and I think Kanoe's going to sit with us for a little bit. So
nice.
We'll see you there.
Yeah. I'm doing one of the presentations.
Oh, so you also okay?
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
we'll see you there.
Yeah. But we'll do karaoke.
So just grab the mic from. You're holding it. Just describe it like this.
And then just like start around. What's your go-to karaoke song?
I'm not a big karaoke singer, but if I have to do it, I usually do like a rap because I don't sing. I usually do like Shaggy and just do like the Shaggy voice, Shaggy, like whatever. And then Bust a Move.
Just Bust a Move.
Yeah, by Young MC.
Boom.
That or.
Wow, you have a lot of karaoke songs for not liking karaoke.
That's just the two go-tos. Or Rapper's Delight.
Oh, okay.
Rapper's
That's
Delight.
a good one.
And that's a super long one.
Yeah.
If you don't have another person helping you, you're so out of breath. And it switches between the rappers, yeah.
There you go. That's how you know if you have like the lung endurance.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm like, by the time I'm in the turtle word verse, I'm like...
That's true. That's a really long song.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you yours because I'm going to ask it at the end of the podcast. Because I actually have a question about that. Anyways, continue on. So you were all into that, I guess the arts, I would say, without being inside of like theater and all that stuff. And then did your parents decide you to put you into the pageant world, or was that something that you kind of just stumbled upon?
So actually my voice coach her husband was the executive director of Miss Hawaii for my whole childhood / literally until Nikki Holbrook. So he would always be like, Hayley, you should run. Hayley, you should run. And I was like, eh. And then my mom was like, you should run because we don't have money for you to go to college. So you got to like figure it out. And I was like, okay. Then I tried it and I was like, I'm addicted. Same thing like Miss Hawaii. The first year I ran, I got first runner up. And then the second year I ran, I won. It was like I got first runner up, I caught the bug, and then I like tried really hard after that. And I think with pageantry, I wouldn't consider myself like a pageant girl. Like in comparison to the girls that live in pageant land and have been doing pageants since they were 4 years old, like I'm not really like that. But I just really love to perform. I really love to have an intentional thing that I'm focusing on in the community, and I like dressing up. I like wearing the dresses. I like practicing my walk. But most importantly, I like challenging myself in a way that's gonna like better me in like a pressure cooker version, if that makes sense.
So what changed from the first year you ran for Miss Teen and Miss Hawaii to the second year? I mean, that's a great, example of, failing the first time
Yeah.
and then learning from the mistakes and then, succeeding the next time around.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't even say, you coming first run up is a failure. It's just a lesson, right?
Yeah.
You learn the lesson, you get better, and then boom. A lot of people, it takes some time, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
But, eventually you keep learning and you make it. But you were able to do it in just 1 year, which is pretty impressive.
Thank you. I think, I don't know. When I was a teenager, the difference was that the first year I ran, I wasn't in foster care. And then in between that first and second year, I went into foster care. And I had a really good experience with my foster family. Like I learned a lot. I matured a lot emotionally. Like my story isn't one of those like my family, like I got taken away or anything like that. It was like, yeah, my family needed help, needed kokua. So it was more of like a hanai situation.
Oh, like Lilo and Stitch.
Like Lilo and Stitch, exactly. Yeah. And so...
So you were raised by Amy Hill?
Exactly.
The actress?
Obviously.
Just like Lilo?
Exactly. She wore the capri shorts and boots and everything.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, when I was a teenager, I think in that year, it was the emotional maturity, like I really grew into myself and I stopped worrying so much about what the judges wanted to hear. And I started talking more about what I would be proud of. And then with Miss Hawaii, the only reason I ran for Miss Hawaii, other than the scholarship money for med school, was I finally had a story that I wanted to tell, or like a initiative that I wanted to dive into. And coming home that first year was like the first time that I was around my family and like came out to them. And I think I stumbled through that, and I was still stumbling through it when I ran for Miss Hawaii the first time. And then in that year between first runner-up and becoming Miss Hawaii, I just got really more comfortable in my story and my why. Like I think before I was a little bit shame, and then I kind of healed that wound.
Yeah, that's super cool. I think a lot of it has to just do with confidence, believing in who you are and what you're capable of, and being able to be your authentic self.
Exactly.
Openly, because, if you're not, it feels like, acting. It feels like you're putting up a front, and people can see that, so yeah, it's cool that you're able to notice those things and then really work on those, and then again have success. So that's super awesome. So when you when you graduated from Kamehameha, how did you decide to leave Hawaii and pursue college on the continent?
Good question. So it's a little bit complicated, but there were some legal reasons that like I couldn't stay in Hawaii. Like there was just pilikia between me and my family, and like I was not able to be within a certain vicinity of my mom. We're good now, promise. But anyway, I just could not be here, and I didn't really want to leave Hawaii, but I couldn't be here. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to explore. I wanted to like understand the rest of the country, right? But I feel like I've always been Hawaii, like through and through. So that was hard. But I went to Seattle. I have lots of family in Seattle, so I didn't feel as much of a compromise. Seattle Pacific gave me a lot of money to be
Oh, nice.
a singer there.